7 races down in the 8th race, we are here in South Maine for the running of the Ghost 500 in the M&M Cup Series. In the booth with me today, I have Tyler McDonald.
Hey, it's great to be here, Blake. Ready for a doubleheader of MMCS and MCS here on the Saturday, July 26th. It's going to be a good one here today.
Yes, as we said, this is going to be a doubleheader, the first of its kind. But let's check out our drivers to watch.
And Byron, he starts on pole here today, that number 24 Liberty Machine. He's he's run really good here. This is kind of his bread and butter sort of racetrack, so he'll be hard to beat here today. We'll see if the rest of the field can conquer that 24 car today.
And one of the guys that was fastest in practice and a bit of a shocker, John Hunter Nemechek, who's done nothing really this season spectacular, but Nemechek said that he was ready to go after a great setup that his team put together.
And Bubba Wallace, your last week's winner at the C Speedway, looking to get himself some momentum rolling here in the M&M Cup Series. He's got that win under his belt now. We'll just see if he can propel himself forward here.
And by far the most consistent driver this season, doesn't have a win yet, but has an astounding 5 top 10s and 4 top 5s. Kevin Harvick, the closer, with an average finish of 9.4. Can he claim the victory today at South Maine? Now it's time to check out our starting lineup for today's race.
At the tail end of the field here today is going to be Austin Cindric and Ryan Priest, 33rd and 34th.
And in the second to last row is Harris Burton and Recky Spinhouse Jr. Everybody's generational talent driver, Austin Dillon, lines up next to Chase Briscoe. Justin Haley with a better qualifying performance than usual. He'll qualify in row 14. And Shane Van Gisbergen qualifies in the 13th row alongside Chris Buescher.
And starting 24th is Brad Keselowski alongside Cooper Bryant, everyone's favorite goat. You have Ma Buchanan and Ross Chastain in the row ahead of him. Top 20 now is Daniel Suarez and Michael McDowell. You have Christopher Bell and Bubba Wallace.
Yes, as Bubba Wallace last week's winner, he will roll off in row number 9, a tough starting position at a short track. Ty Gibbs will roll off in P8, and Joe Logano will roll off next to him in 7th. Alex Bowman with a stellar qualifying run, one of the best he's had this season. He will roll off next to Noah Gragson, who also had an astounding qualifying run. By far the best legacy driver this season, Eric Jones will roll off in the 12th position next to Chase Elliott. And starting off your top 10 qualifiers is Kevin Harvick and Martin Truex Jr. in row 5.
Row 4 gives us Ryan Blaney and Carson Hocevar looking for that first win. You have Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson, row number 3. And then your front 2 rows is John Hunter Nemechek with a fantastic qualifying effort. Look for him to have some speed today alongside Tyler Reddick. And then it's a fantastic show out there on row number 1. Outside pole is Denny Hamlin alongside the South Maine connoisseur of William Byron.
And that is your M&M Cup Series starting lineup for South Maine. As these drivers will get ready and they start to roll off, let's check out your race analysis for today's race. Today's race is going to be 13 laps with a halfway stage break after lap 6. The length is a half-mile track at a crisp 76 degrees in South Maine. As the cars head down the backstretch, it's time to kick off YouTube's first ever doubleheader race at South Maine. The green flag is out and William Byron leads us down.
A good getaway down into turn number 1 for Byron. Hamlin tries to hang, but Byron's going to clear top 2 single file. Here comes Reddick to the inside there for that 3rd position, but they're side by side still to turn number 3.
At a turn number 4, William Byron will lead lap number 1, followed by Denny Hamlin, but Hamlin to the inside and to the lead off of turn number 2.
What a fantastic dive there. We see Kyle Larson now get to the inside of John Hunter Nemechek. The 42's trying to hold on early here, but it looks like he's going to continue to fall back on that outside lane.
As Larson continues to make his ground up, he now will chase Tyler Reddick as he was finally able to clear John Hunter Nemechek. As they head, William Byron gets loose entering turn number 3. He's going to lose multiple positions.
What a save for Byron. Going to try to regroup here off turn 4 to the outside of Nemechek. They're stacked up behind him at turn 1, though.
Kyle Busch and Ryan Blaney now battling for position as we have a flyby of the field. Alex Bowman and Bubba Wallace looking at Eric Jones, but it's Tyler Reddick at the back bumper of Denny Hamlin with 2 laps to go on the stage.
As they work their way through turns 1 and 2, see Larson getting a little bit higher entry there into the corners. You want to get as wide of an entry in. And oh, look at Denny Hamlin slide of the racetrack. Here comes the 45 to take advantage of the inside. They're door-to-door back to turn 1.
White flags in the air for the stage. Reddick to the inside of his boss, Denny Hamlin down the backstretch. Who's going to win the stage? They're side by side into 3.
Here they come off turn 4. It looks like Reddick's going to beat the 11 back to the line. Larson getting some good points. Same for Hocevar, and Byron holds on to 5th. Oh, we got trouble in. Reddick's going to spin off the inside of Denny Hamlin off of turn number 2, and the first caution of the day is out here in South Maine. Oh, what a tough break there for the 45 machine. Let's see what happened.
Yeah, it looked like Tyler Reddick just got a little loose underneath Denny Hamlin. He could have gotten the throttle too hard in these next-gen cars. You know, they're very easy to get out from underneath you. He was also on the curb a little bit. I think his left rear tire was also on the curb. That could have done something when he stepped on the throttle.
Yeah, Blake, that's definitely what I was seeing there. He kind of hopped up that curb, and it seemed to bounce a little bit, and that's been one of the things that we've been talking about here with this track. One of the big challenges as he comes back out on the racetrack here is just that curb is just detrimental to your race car, your racing line, and if you hit it, you're going to be in trouble.
Yes, you will be in trouble, but it's time for the choose cone. Let's see what lane these drivers will pick. Hamlin and Larson to the inside. Hocevar the first man to the top, followed by Byron. Nemechek to the bottom, and Blaney will follow him through. And Kyle Busch will round out your top 8. But it's time to go back racing in South Maine.
Well, it's been a good race thus far, just past halfway here in this event. And the first race of the doubleheader, green flags back in the air for Denny Hamlin with Carson Hocevar to his outside. Look at this contact and spinning in turn 1. Hamlin's into the outside wall. It's the big one in turns 1 and 2. And we're back under the yellow flag.
This will probably put us under a red flag, Tyler, not just a yellow flag. The entire front 6, 7 cars are piled into turn number 1. Multiple drivers, top contenders of today, are taken out just after the halfway point in today's race.
Unbelievable. Looks like Larson made a dive to the inside, and Denny Hamlin was just trying to come down and take that line, and they all got together, and man, look at everyone just pile into turn 1. Kyle Busch comes in high, Ryan Blaney. A lot of big names taken out of this one, Blake.
Yeah, one thing I would like to look at is how did William Byron Nemechek get involved? Oh, it looked like Nemechek just drove it in, and Byron was maybe slowing down. Couldn't get on the brakes fast enough by Nemechek. He just plowed into Byron, and that collected Byron as well.
Yeah, tough break for these drivers there. They were looking for a solid run here today, and as we sit under the red flag and get ready to go back underway here soon. Who do you got now, Blake? It's gonna be a tough one for a lot of these guys for sure.
Yeah, I don't know who I have. As all these cars, Ryan Blaney, Denny Hamlin, all getting towed away. Those were my picks. They were fast in practice, fast in qualifying. And they're all taken out so early on, honestly. We saw over half the race. We're going to take another look at what happened. It's just Kyle Larson got into Denny Hamlin, and then Byron got turned by Nemechek, and Kyle Busch couldn't slow down. It was just a chain reaction between the front 6 or so cars.
Yeah, I mean, once you get on these restarts, you kind of have a later braking point going into turn 1, so they're all hitting the brakes later than usual, and, well, when that comes to shove and everyone stomps on the brakes, you just kind of get into each other.
You'll see Chase Elliott coming down pit road to exit to get back out on the racetrack. He'll get his repairs done. But it's time for choose code once more. Martin Truex and Kyle Busch now your front runners. As we get new players up the field of Joe Logano, Alex Bowman, Bubba Wallace, last week's winner. This is going to be an exciting run to the finish here at South Maine. And we're back under the green flag. Larson and Truex will lead us back down into turn number 1.
Kyle Larson doesn't have to push anyone out of the way this time. He'll take the lead by a nose off turn number 2. Truex going to try to get there 3 wide behind him. Bowman to the inside, and it looks like Eric Jones and Logano were there as well, but Bowman's showing some nose down as we come back to 4 laps to go.
4 laps to go, and Truex is in a Hendrick Motorsports sandwich. Larson out front, Bowman behind him. He puts the bumper a little bit to Larson as they head down the backstretch. What can Truex do? He is on the curb inside of Larson. New leader, Truex at the line.
Wow, he just rode that curb all the way around 3 and 4, and it worked for him. They're still beating door handles down in turns 1 and 2, and Larson's going to be the one to lose on that one. It's back to turn 3.
Larson now puts the bumper to Truex. Now he swipes back underneath him, side by side down the front stretch. 2 laps to go.
Man, it's getting down to the wire now. They're looking 3 wide. Bowman to the inside for the point now down the backstretch. Who's going to take this one? It's a 3-way fight back to the white flag.
Coming to the white flag. They were 3 wide. Now they're 2 wide. Hendrick Motorsports, Kyle Larson, Alex Bowman. Larson dives it into turn number 1. Can Bowman get back to him? He's back underneath him. Side by side down the backstretch. Bowman's going to send it into 3. He clears Larson, and Alex Bowman, for the first time in M&M Cup Series history, will take the checkered flag at South Maine.
Man, what a fantastic finish for Alex Bowman. A hard-fought battle with Kyle Larson. And that, folks, that's pure entertainment right there. Look at this, 3 wide. This is your checkered flag moment of the race. Alex Bowman getting it done at a half mile of South Maine.
Once he got in front of Larson, he was set sail after turn 3. He sent it in there, and it stuck. Congratulations to Alex Bowman and the entire 48 team, as it's time for Bowman to burn it down.
Listen to the cheers, the fans, man. This is going to be a popular win for Alex Bowman. What a sigh of relief. What exciting for the 48 team. Great burnout, great win.
Yes, a great win by the 48 team. They definitely brought a rocket ship for today's race. Now let's check out the chase standings after 8 races.
All right, let's take a look at the chase standings for the M&M Cup Series. It's looking pretty tight now. We're getting down to the wire here. Kyle Busch with a couple of wins still sits atop the point standings there, and Alex Bowman with his win brings him locked in. Yellow name, yellow number. That's when you feel good here, and you're ready to go fight for a championship this series. So he's joined the ranks of the guys up ahead of him, and he's ready to go fight for it for sure.
And a driver that's on the cut line, surprisingly, is Ryan Blaney. I feel like Blaney's been up there every week, but he's continued to run into problems just like today. We're going to see if Blaney can keep his +3, maybe extend it next week at Las Vegas. One of the most surprising drivers here, Eric Jones, only 5 out of the cut line. That legacy car has put on a performance this season. Let's see if it can continue. And Larson finishes runner-up today. That win could have locked him in. He still is P16 in the standings. Now let's check out your finishing results here. Alex Bowman takes home the victory, followed by his Chevrolet teammate of Kyle Larson and Ross Chastain, another Chevrolet.
And Martin Truex Jr. is up there as well. A couple good Toyota runs up there in the top 5. Joey Logano gets a solid run there. You know, he got that win in Martinsville, so backing up that win with a good run. Same for Bubba Wallace there. A lot of good names in the top 10.
One name I want to talk about on this page is Christopher Bell. He's been off sometimes. It'll be good that he's off. He finished outside the top 10. He definitely needs to pick it up if he wants to make the chase and the post. If he wants to make the postseason in just a handful of races. And we also have Tyler Reddick finishing P16, coming back from that spin after his stage win. So good job by the 45 team.
Yeah, still a good point today for Tyler Reddick. You know, 16th place finish is nothing to be too happy about, but, you know, got some stage points there, got the win even, so that'll definitely boost them up there. As we look further back now, you know, you got Austin Dillon, you got Cooper Bryant back there. You know, we kind of expect them to be kind of in that lower thirds of the field, but then you look even further back, and of course there's the guys that are involved in the big one, and they just can't afford to lose points, you know, this late into the regular season, especially for the guys that don't have wins. So it might not hurt Kyle Busch as much, but for the guys like Chase Elliott and all the other ones that are involved that didn't have wins, that'll definitely hurt them.
Yes, as we see, like we said, without wins, Ryan Blaney, William Byron, they've had good seasons, but they've just been caught up in so many accidents. They definitely need to close off this end of the regular season fantastic so they can make the postseason and contend for a championship. But that'll be it for my race in South Maine. I want to thank Tyler McDonald for this awesome broadcast booth and an awesome race. We had Alex Bowman taking the checkered flag over Kyle Larson. I want to thank everybody for watching, and go tune in to Miscraft Cup Series right after this. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you in Las Vegas.